Every man alive is fighting the same war inside his head, every single one. One side wants to lock it down, fall in love, build a family, do the whole thing. The other side wants to sleep with every attractive woman he sees until the day he dies. But here's what nobody tells you. The way most men handle this, it destroys them. Slowly, quietly. And they never even realize it's happening. These two drives, commitment and conquest, they're hardwired. You didn't choose them. Evolution did. But you can't run both programs at the same time. Not really. So what does every man do? He picks a strategy, usually without thinking about it. Usually without realizing it, there are only three options, and every single one of them comes with a price tag most men don't see until it's too late. Path 1. The family man. This is the path society hands you on a silver platter. Get married, have kids, mow the lawn on Saturdays. Be a good man, and look, there's nothing wrong with wanting that. It's a real drive, a deep one. But here's what happens to most men who go all in on this path. That other drive, like the one that wants variety, wants novelty, wants to feel the rush of a new woman. It doesn't disappear. You don't get to turn it off just because you signed a marriage certificate. So it goes underground and it becomes repression. And repression is a slow poison. You see it everywhere. The guy at the bar with his buddies who can't stop staring. The harmless comments. The wandering eyes he thinks nobody notices. His wife notices. She always notices. But it goes deeper than that. The repression doesn't just stay in the sexual lane, it bleeds into everything. His ambition, his energy, his sense of identity. He starts resenting the life he chose, but he can't admit that because admitting it would mean the whole thing was a mistake. Therefore, he rationalizes. He numbs out. He watches TV for 4 hours a night and calls it relaxing. He gains 30 pounds and calls it dad bod. He stops pursuing anything that excites him because excitement itself feels dangerous. Repression defines him. He chose safety, and safety ate him alive. Path 2. The cheater. This guy looked at the family man's deal and thought, why not both? Wife at home, girlfriend on the side, maybe two. He gets the stability and the novelty. From a pure instinct standpoint, this is the jackpot. But there's a cost, and it's not the one you think. The obvious risk is getting caught. The blown-up marriage, the custody battle, the financial devastation. Yeah, all of that's real. However, the deeper cost is what happens to him. Before any of that, he can never be fully present. Not with his wife, not with his girlfriend, not with his kids. Every moment has a footnote. Every phone call is a potential landmine. Every text needs to be deleted. Every story needs to be cross-referenced. His mind becomes a full-time cover operation. Therefore, his emotional depth flatlines. He can't go deep with anyone because going deep means being honest, and honesty is the one thing he can never afford. He's got everything he wanted, and he can't enjoy any of it. Dishonesty defines him, and he chose abundance, and the lies hollowed him out. Path 3, the lone wolf. This guy saw the trap in both paths. He watched the family man get eaten alive by repression. He watched the cheater drown in deception, and he said, neither. I'm keeping my freedom. Smart, right? But freedom has a shelf life. In his 20s and 30s, this works. He's got options. Energy, looks. He can pull casual sex and keep it moving. No strings, no drama, no compromise. But every year that passes, something fades. Not his sex drive. That stays. What fades is his capacity for connection, for vulnerability, for letting someone actually see him. He spent so long protecting himself from commitment that he's forgotten how to feel anything real. Therefore, the sex gets emptier. The conversations get shorter. The mornings after get lonelier, and then one day he's 55. The casual options have dried up. The emotional muscle has atrophied. He's free, but he's free the way an astronaut floating in space is free. No gravity, no ground. No one is waiting when he gets home. Loneliness defines him. He chose freedom, and freedom left him with nothing to hold on to. Repression, dishonesty, loneliness. Those are the three default paths. and most men stumble into one without ever realizing they had a choice. But here's what I've learned after years of studying this, living this, and coaching men through it. The problem isn't the urges. The urges are natural. Every man has them. The problem is thinking you have to pick one urge and kill the other. You don't. The real move is awareness. Understanding that both drives are running inside you, and neither one is wrong. The family man fails because he pretends the second drive doesn't exist. The cheater fails because he indulges it dishonestly. The lone wolf fails because he only feeds one and starves the other. Therefore, the answer, and I'll be straight with you, I'm still refining this, is to build a life where you're honest about what you actually want. Where you develop enough skill with women and enough emotional intelligence that you're not cornered into a default path. That means getting enough experience that you actually know your own preferences, not the ones movies sold you. It means learning to manage relationships on your terms, rather than following a script someone else wrote for you. And it means having the balls to be honest with yourself and with the women in your life about who you are. Is it easy? No. Most men will never do it. But knowing the game exists, knowing that these 3 traps are sitting there waiting for you, that's the first step to not falling into one. Every man you've ever met, your father, your friends, your boss, is living inside one of these 3 paths right now. Most of them chose it by accident. Most of them don't even know there's a name for what's eating them. Now you do. The question isn't which path society picks for you. The question is whether you're going to be aware enough to build your own.
So I just won $200 in a bet. I want to celebrate and buy you some drinks. But I'm behind 6 months on child support.
That I'm back to rock the show.